Hello, and welcome back as I keep matchmaker, make me a matchin' in an effort to unbreak Flores' broken heart in Perfidious Pete Plays Rimworld. And yeah, it's getting pretty Tony Braxton up in here. It's time to undo this hurt you caused when you married Crusty Cornelius and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears. That's what we need to do. I've cried them so many nights. You can't leave me in all this pain, Silver. You can't leave me in all this pain and walk out in the rain. Especially not this rain, because it's filled with radioactive toxins. And I really don't want our romance to end with me lying hairless in a bed with blood pouring from my eyes and gums as I die of some kind of hemorrhagic illness. Hemorrhaging from the anus? Yeah, it's not exactly the go-to move when it comes to trying to woo a potential mate. And that's what we're doing here with Anamu. Our goal, Flores and Anamu, they gotta be like this. We gotta get them to hook up. But it's not gonna go too well. What's your move, Flores? If you're bleeding from the eyes and the anus, you walk up to her and be like, "Oh, hi, Anamu. You want to go to club and make out some? Yes, I have blood pouring from rectum, but he's fine. I have rubber underpants to catch outflow." I mean, that's not exactly a fantastic theory when you're trying to get a potential mate. And don't ask me why I sound a little like Tommy Wiseau when I'm bleeding from the anus. I honestly have no idea. So what are we doing? Been a couple days since I played Rimworld. Looks like we're trying to spruce up the old bed. We got some nice artwork going here. All right, couple wooden sculptures. How'd the beauty look in all these rooms? Mediocre. It's impoverished, but it is spacious. It's neutral. I mean, it's clean. Got that going for us. Okay, so the beauty in these places is not fantastic, but the statues are, you know, kind of sprucing them up a little bit. This bedroom is actually rather nice. Flores doing some cooking. Sappy, Marie, these guys are hauling rocks. Why are you hauling? Oh, you're hauling steel. Where are you hauling that to? What are you doing, Marie? Oh, you're just taking it to the stockpile. All right, well, that's fine. Let's crank up the old speed here. Try to get a feel for what's going on in the colony. This radioactive fallout really needs to end. We're running out of food. Now, we do have a pretty reasonable supply of food stockpiled. We got to get rid of all these rocks, though. And that's going to take forever to haul out of here. We're also going to need a dumping stockpile that's like 15 times the size of our current dumping stockpile, which I am not a fan of. Where are we going to put them? You know, we could install like a temporary door here and just haul them straight up outside. Do I like this plan? It does weaken our overall defensive strategy, but you know what? Let's go ahead and try this. How much wood we got? 114. You know what? Let's build this out of stone then instead. So we'll do, no, I want not furniture. I want structure, and I want a door. Let's use, you know, marble blocks are prettier. What have we got the most of? What are you? Sandstone? Sandstone is acceptable. Let's drop a sandstone door right there. And then when that's built, once that's, actually, we should probably start patching in, you know, while we're doing this. Let's lay some sandstone walls out here as well. And this is just going to be a double portal. And maybe we'll make this door like more of a permanent addition. Oh, we don't need this. Cancel you. Come on, come on. What kind of architect are you? Where'd you learn your computer-aided drafting skills? ITT Tech? Those guys are out of business now. That's unacceptable. ITT Technical Institute? Yeah, they're bankrupt. And then what we're going to do is we're going to zone a dumping stockpile out here, too. Speaking of dumping, what about the dump that ITT Tech took on all of their students when they just said, ah, fuck it, we're done. That's, it's kind of cold. Storage. So what do we want to clear all? Really, all we want to do here is just chunks. That's the only thing that's going to be allowed. Chunks. Just chunks. All we want is the bit character from the hit movie The Goonies. Chunk is the only thing that's allowed to exist out there. It's just Chunk, henceforth. But hey, he's got a spot now. Chunk finally fits in. And then what are we going to do? We're going to flag all this crap for hauling. Oh, this is going to take an eternity, though. All right, well, grab all these and pop them for hauling. This is going to take so long to haul. It's going to just... all right, grab them. We got so much garbage to haul out of here. We do want to put a door on this, though, so let's get that going. What kind of door? We've been using stone doors on our bedrooms, and stone doors do open and close more slowly than wooden doors. I recognize the somewhat of a drawback there, but we go in and out of our bedrooms so rarely, it doesn't really feel like it's going to be ultimately that big of a problem. A combat engineer named Amelia Ng Flace calls you from nearby. She's being chased by pirates from the Pain Army. She begs for safety and offers to join your college. Biologically, she's 30. This is another chance to unbreak Flores' heart. 6 colonists, though. Can we support it? I mean, yes, our prison is magnificently huge and spacious. So, we have the room. Also, she wouldn't be a prisoner. She would just straight up immediately be a colonist. This is a chance for... It's a chance for... We gotta do it. We offer safety. All right, NG, please don't have boned me on this by being just terrible from my character perspective. Well, sorry, Flores. That's, I mean, that's a bit of a kick in the pants, isn't it, right there? She's neurotic. You know, neurotic, the mental break threshold is a little higher, but the global work speed is actually quite nice. So Angie is unlikely to be a romantic partner for Flores, but hey, Anna Mu may have a new potential romantic partner. Shooting, Angie, fantastic shot. Her social skill, acceptable, reasonable with animals, good at good-ish with medicine. Her construction is through the roof, though. She can cook a little, can grow, decent miner with a passion, but more importantly, look at this crafting skill. Angie is actually pretty fantastic. I'm glad we went out on a limb for her here. But we've got some stuff to do. We got to set up a defense. Okay, so we're going to have pirates, and probably a lot of pirates. We got to save our engineer, though. Okay, Silver, what are you doing? Everybody needs to be... Okay, you're hauling wool. Crusty, also hauling wool. We got to make sure everybody is in or near the base, because we got to set up the old defense here. We got our traps, and really, we could use some more of those. Marie, you've got a hole in the base. Oh, this is real bad. Okay, you got to get that door in there immediately. If you leave a hole in the base, pirates are just going to come running, screaming through there. Okay, good. This is good. Shut that door. All right, excellent. I don't really want anybody to leave for the moment. So you know what? Restrictions. I just don't here. Everybody's restricted to home. For now, nobody leave the home area. I don't want you guys wandering out to, like, go try and pick up wool or something while there are pirates afoot. There are pirates afoot. Which sounds like a line from a Sherlock Holmes novel. Watson, I do say there are pirates afoot. To the Sherlock mobile. Okay, what do we got? You know, as far as raids go, this is not that big of a deal. So a group of pirates from the Pain Army are nearby. They're attacking immediately. What do we got? One of them has a shoddy Jade Shiv. Vandriel the Jailbird. Reject. They considered casting him in the Riddick movies, but they're like Vandriel. No, you know what sounds way cooler than Vandriel? Vin Diesel. Yeah, cool, tough, rough guy, first name, Vin, and then a badass last name like Diesel. The guy has a silver mace, and this guy also, what, this is it? You had a quality colonist like Engie, and this is what you sent to fetch her back, these 3 chump stains? These guys aren't even going to make it into they'll probably die to the traps. I'm suddenly feeling pretty hopeful about Engie's new life as a member of the colony. It sure sucks for Flores, because there's no way he's going to romance Engie. It's just not how she rolls. Still, it's not bad. Okay, also, somebody needs to flick this switch, just in case they do get in. There's no reason to not take it. Engie, where you going, though? Your pathing is definitely suboptimal. Straight line, girl. You're supposed to be a fantastic constructor. Shouldn't you know that the shortest distance between any 2 points is, in fact, a straight line? So we've got our turrets up here. What we really need to do is enhance our ability to form a kill line. And this is kind of shitty. I don't like this, but there's water here, so we have a limit about where we can build our curtain wall. I'm thinking about maybe just expanding it down below. We could chop this out and just run it straight across. That's a plan I don't necessarily hate. Yeah, I mean, we did it early to conserve materials. You know, this is probably not the time or place to be considering this. Marie, you're drafted. Crusty, you're going to be drafted. Silver, I don't remember. Do you have a gun? No, you have a mace. Honestly, well, I was going to say you're not drafted, except I don't want you wandering out and opening a door. Flores, you got a gun, right? You know, Flores, honestly, with this crew coming at us, I don't even really think we need it. None of them even have guns. NG, speaking of guns, is there a gun you can get? You're hauling sandstone blocks to the wall. Well, I appreciate your enthusiastic participation in the colony. That's quite nice of you, but instead I'm thinking maybe you go get that pump shotgun and get ready to put some bitches in the ground. We're going to introduce you to the rough and tumble life of the Crusty Salt Mine, which is you got to be ready to kill at a moment's notice. Also, from the looks of things, we could really use some, like, better power generation. Overall power situation is not fantastic. We got some corn plants. This, I think I'm going to move. And we'll probably put in some new power generation facilities right in this area. Although, that is going to hamper our overall flow a little bit, especially with regard to the kill box. But I really got to stop making plans for what I'm going to do and get ready to actually win this fight. So Crusty is drafted. Flores, whatever you're doing, honestly, it's probably more important. Silver, I'm going to borrow you for a minute just to keep you from doing something remarkably stupid. So Marie, I want you post up here. Crusty, you're posted up here. Silver, I think I'll just put you right here on melee duty. If anybody gets past these turrets, you can come club them. Meanwhile, Ingy, we're just going to let you go grab a gun. And once you grab that gun, we're probably going to draft you on the pump shotty and just have you go take station next to Silver. So you're drafted as well. Go cover your girl, and here come the pirates. Now, a couple of them do have personal shields, but unluckily for them, the guys with the personal shields are going to be first ones through our deadfall trap, and personal shields don't do shit against deadfall traps. They're going around. They're circumventing. I knew this door was a terrible idea. All right, well, one is down. This guy's going to try and beat his way through the door. Vandriel, you clever son of a bitch. Where's the other guy, though? All right, let's hope that Cat the Minstrel tries to run through our deadfall traps with her silver mace and gets chopped in half, and then this guy just runs away. Because it's not like this guy has loot or anything that we're interested in. Clunk. Okay, Vandriel should be taken off. Yeah, he's beating it. You know what? We're not even going to give chase. This is fine. Everybody's undrafted. We're not even going to give chase. Also, haul that out of the road, if you would. How'd our door do? That door held up pretty well. Just one guy beating on it with a club. Wasn't really having much of a time. So we can dismiss the raid notification, and I think it's safe to crank the old speed back up here. Marie, why are you vomiting? No. Marie's puking. Why? Oh, she has moderate toxic buildup. Okay. You've been spending way too much time outside, Marie. So I think we have to put Marie on even further restrictions. By the way, everybody else is unrestricted. So let's check our toxic buildup then. Crusty just has initial. That's fine. Flores, I don't even think Flores has been outside. He's still got initial. Silver, how you holding up? You have minor? That's probably a little too much. 21%. Marie is straight up poisoned. Yeah, that's real bad. Sappy, how you doing? Have you even been outside? I mean, he has initial. I think we need to take some time where we have a day where everybody just chills out inside. You have initial toxic buildup. Oh my god, she's hooked on every drug ever. You have dependence on smoke leaf and wake up. Well, I mean, the first couple days in the old colony are going to be a little bit rough for you then, Ingy. And you know what? You're going to stay outside and keep working on the building. Everybody else is going to get restricted to the indoors. So let's work on our restrictions here. We should define Area 1 as just every place that's indoors under a roof. Just Area 1 is going to be all of this stuff. Honestly, I kind of don't even want it to be in here, but yeah, we are going to have to allow this because somebody's got to feed the prisoner. So this is fine. This is all considered Area 1. This is Area 1. I mean, we could just blanket zone this. It'll be fine. All of this is Area 1. We got to have the, everybody needs food, so we're going to have to allow this as Area 1 too. And I realize that our entrance to our refrigeration area is definitely suboptimal, but is it so poor as to require reworking? I don't really feel like it is. And then restrictions, everybody but NG then is going to get restricted to Area 1. Also, NG, you're going to need a bed. And I kind of feel like maybe you should just build your own. You could build, you know what, here, build a bed in here. Furniture, just give me a sandstone double bed. We'll be fine. We don't have to go fancy and make it out of anything super nice. It doesn't have to be marble. And of course, Crusty and Silver are double bunking it. They'll be good. Rick still copping a squat on the floor there. I think Sappy is still sleeping here. Marie, Silver, Flores, Krusty's in there. Sappy's still copping a squat on this bed, so this will be probably Angie's bed. And I'm thinking maybe Animu's going to have to sleep in the prison, assuming we do have you set for recruiting, right? Wait, go back to her. Well, no, nobody's even trying. Chat and recruit Flores, dog. You gotta go make time with the ladies. You can't just expect her to fall into your lap, dude. If you want a romantic relationship, you gotta put in the time. You gotta show her you're interested, man. Show her you care. You gotta do those little things. You take care of the little things, Flores. The big things are gonna take care of themselves. I'm really starting to get a little worried about our food situation. Also, would somebody please haul these out of the road? They're in a dumping stock. Here, you know what? Here, Ingy, prioritize hauling this. It's blocking the door. There. Now, other than that, I really don't care what you do. You're going to go build a bed? That's fine. Your construction skill is actually pretty good. Speaking of which, now that we have a new colonist, of course, that means we gotta prioritize, we gotta reassign duties. So construction. You know what? We still should not have you really prioritizing construction, because while you're good at it, you're still... You know what? I take that back. It's your number one priority. You're good enough at it that... Yeah, it's fine. Firefighting, of course, is number one. Patient, always number one. Doctor, how you in the medical department? Well, you're better than our backup, Silver. Oi, I took a first aid course there before I became a scullion. Learned how to stitch up a wound and all that. Also, I've learned that if you take a steaming hot pot and apply it to an open wound, it'll cauterize it. Well, that's useful knowledge, Silver, but you know what? We're taking you off of it. We're going to put you at a 4 just so that we can prioritize it in case everybody more important is hurt. We'll put Angie on backup doctor. Bed rest, of course, always a 2. Flicking, I tend to just always make a 1. Speaking of flicking, we need to shut off the power to those turrets because they're going to eat up a ton of juice. And our power situation is not currently fantastic. Warden. Okay, you're no social gadfly. You've got a 4. Wow, Flores, you are one charming son of a bitch, though, huh? Look at him back there with his 10. How can you not woo this woman, Flores? Why is she resisting your advances, dog? Why is Crusty, with an 8 social, ranked below? Well, because Silver's actually pretty good at it. You know what? Better enough at it that we're only going to allow this person to warden in an emergency. And honestly, Sappy the Minstrel, I think we're going to take you off of it because you're just straight up bad at it. This does not leave Sappy with a lot on his plate, but he is our full-time janitor. Animal handling, how you doing there? Nowhere near as good as our dedicated animal handler, Marie, so I think we'll just make you a... You know what? I don't even think we need to put this on your menu. Not only will we not make it a 4, we'll just tell you not to straight up just don't do it. Your cooking is bad. I like to keep everybody with their cooking at a 3, though, just so they'll butcher in an emergency. And she should be precluded from making actual meals. We're not going to let her handle real food because, excuse me, Silver, why are you handling real food? You should not be allowed to cook. Oh, your cooking is a 5. Okay. All right, that's acceptable. I was going to say, we do have a minimum on the cooking skill so that nobody who's going to be dangerous when it comes to handling food. But again, it was part of me safety course, Pete. I learned all the things like wash your hands after touching raw chicken. Don't poop in the pudding. Things like this. I know how to not poisonous. So I guess we'll leave you at a 3 as well, because we do have a minimum skill restriction that'll keep us safe. Construction is your number 1. Repairing is just number 2 for everybody. Your growing is bad. But we have a lot of people who are bad at growing that are doing it, so you know what? That's fine. How's your mining? Not fantastic, but you do have a passion for it. And you're better at it than Flores, and I kind of feel like Flores maybe has enough on his plate that we don't need him mining. So let's have you take over with mining at a 2. Plant cutting is a 2 for pretty much everybody. Smithing. Now this is what you're really good at. Smithing, you're a fantastic tailor. Smithing, tailoring, and crafting are kind of your jam. Flores is also pretty good at them, but like I said, Flores, I kind of feel like maybe has enough on his plate already. And what else do we really have you doing? Constructing and repairing. Yeah, you know what? These are 2s. All of these are 2s. And honestly, I think maybe we'll take mining down to a 3. Crafting really feels like more important. How's your art? Okay, it's terrible. We're not even going to ever let you touch an artwork. No. Your art skill is poor enough that if we handed you a completed work of art, you'd probably set fire to it or draw a mustache onto it. Hey, I added this mustache to the Mona Lisa. I feel that it really ups the aesthetic some. So who's doing a lot of stuff? Smithing, tailoring, and crafting are important, but not that important. And I'm leaving everybody with their cleaning at a 3 because, again, this is Sappy's primary job. How's your research as well? Terrible. You know what? No, we're not even going to flag you to do research. Art, we don't want you to flag to do it. Crafting, hauling, cleaning. I think you are pretty well sorted. Yeah, we're good. I really wouldn't mind trying to get some of this stuff off. I really want to try and get some stuff off Flores' plate. You know what, Flores? You don't ever have to clean again. Also, you don't ever have to research ever because you're terrible at it. Yeah, you know what, Flores? You don't, and I'm actually a little lower the priority of hauling for Flores. And you can clean if you have nothing else better to do. I know it's exciting to watch a man try and work out the priorities for his colony. It makes for gripping gameplay, but it is important. Floors, we do need to add some wooden floor here. I don't like having unfinished flooring. It makes everything fairly untidy. It makes our colonists ridiculously unhappy. This toxic fallout has been playing hell with our wood production. It's killing all of the crops. This stuff really needs to end. We've had toxic fallout rolling for a really long time. In fact, I probably should not have floored this. Probably should have just smoothed it. Flores made a nice cowboy hat, which he cannot take outside because he can't haul it out there. Boomalope cowboy, a shoddy Boomalope cowboy hat. Well, somebody might wear it. And she was laying that tile on the floor at a furious pace. That was nicely done. Looks like she's going to go out and work on the curtain wall. This is acceptable behavior. Oh, right. Bodies. Forgot about those. Where are you going, Angie? Oh, she's taking care of this shit. What has this person got? You know, I feel like we got to draft you to make you drop them, because we do want to strip them first. Let's put a strip order on both of these guys, and then we'll just let... No, strip him, though. Don't bury him. Strip him. Now you can bury him. Oh, suddenly you're going to go, what are you going to do here? Strip this guy? Okay. See, that's how it goes. Strip him, then bury him. Nicely done. Now you're going to haul their shit back to the stockpile. Acceptable. We do need to keep an eye on Angie's health. She has minor toxic buildup. That's fine. Couple days of, you know, staunch vomiting, and she's going to purge that. It's going to be right out of there. Rick is eating us out of house and home. We have 42 meals. I'm really worried about our food situation. Although we did just finish hydroponics. Fantastic. That might be our food situation completely sorted. Except in order to make that happen, we're going to need so much power. What do we want to research next, though? Smithing is very useful. Tube television is very useful from a happiness standpoint. Auto doors, pemmican. Drug production would not suck. We could start growing some smoke leaf. We could get a sweet hydroponics setup. We could be the Walter White of Rimworld, except, you know, not with crystal meth. We could sell a drug that lets people keep their teeth, man. Yeah, I don't know about you, Pete, but I could use a little bit of chemical relaxation myself. You shoot enough hobos in the eye socket, and eventually a man starts needing to relax in a powerful way. You get tense just because you're worried about the 5-0 rolling up on your salt mine and be like, we heard you got 40 unburied bodies, Crusty, and we got a warrant. We need to see the inside of this salt mine. And then you got to spend your time figuring out how you're going to add some corpse bodies of cops to the pile. Be like, oh man, now I got dead hobos and cops. This is a mix I had not planned on. Then everything spirals out of control and suddenly you're fleeing to the Rimworld, Pete. I already know how this plays out. Maybe drug production could wait for another day. Yeah, Krusty's maybe right. Brewing, I don't mind. What's wrong with beer? We'd have to grow hops, which admittedly kind of sucks. Auto doors are useful. Electric smelting is also useful, but good God, it takes forever. Let's just do regular smithing, I think, for now. That's unacceptable. We have 3 idle colonists. It's because they're banned from going outside. And you know what? If you guys are going to be idle, let's do this. Let's have you start mining. Get us an entryway into another room, if you could. And we'll do one of the... I mean, that's not sort of our paradigm. I like to keep things just sort of similar. From an aesthetic perspective, it's completely irrelevant from a practical perspective, but it does make me feel better when things are very similar and, you know, kind of... I like things symmetrical. What can I say? It's a fault in the human condition. Also, we need to expand our home area to include all of these things. We would like Sappy to get his lazy ass over here and maybe start sweeping up this rubble. And we have so much hauling to do. So much hauling. But we're not doing it. Sappy has food poisoning. Fantastic. That means Sappy's going to be puking all over the floor. Flores, this is your moment, man. Come on, dog. You got her. I hate you, Flores. You're the most miserable failure of all time. We got another sweet cowboy hat. And she put on the last cowboy hat we had. Oh, hell yeah. Look at us wearing these sweet... Everybody's rocking a cool cowboy hat except for Silver Marie and Flores. Why are you holding out, Flores? You know you want the dank cowboy action. I also wonder why you're holding out on not recruiting Animu. She's so easy to recruit. She's at 34%, man, and you're debonair as shit. Why are you having such a hard time with this? When is this toxic fallout going to end, though? At some point, the toxic fallout has got to end. And also, we've got to do something about our power situation. we're gonna need more power because we're going to have to set up an indoor growing zone. We're not gonna have any options. We're gonna have to do it. So we drop a, yeah, this is fine. We'll drop a wind turbine here. Then we'll put a solar generator, I think. Let's just drop a couple solar panels right on top of it, and then we can hook this up to the power grid via this direction. That'll be fine. Ingie's going to go construct that, and again, we got to keep an eye on her toxic buildup. How's it looking? She's still at minor. How's everybody else's toxic buildup coming along, though? Get a psychic drone. Every colonist of the female gender winces in pain. Yeah, well, you know, it's that time of the month. Is it really a psychic drone, or have their cycles just synced up? So Krusty's completely over his. Flores, coup. Silver still has initial. Man, Marie is still at minor. Holy crap, this stuff takes forever to go away. She's still at 30. We can't let Marie go outside. Sappy has food poisoning. And how are you doing? You're at minor. So we can afford, all right, Crusty, we can afford to unrestrict you. Let's put you back on unrestricted. Ingie, you're also unrestricted. Flores, I mean, we can put you on unrestricted, but I don't think you're likely to go outside anyway. Silver, I'm keeping, you have just initial, which I could unrestrict you, but I'm not going to. Marie, you're definitely still on restriction. And Sappy, I mean, we can unrestrict you, although I don't think you're likely to go outside at any rate. Say what you want about that old Sappy. He's a bit of a homebody. One colonist is idle. Silver is idle because we can't let her outside. Alpha Beavers. You know what? This is one case where these Alpha Beavers, we don't have to do anything about these. We'll just let them die. All the trees are already dead, so they're going to be real hungry anyway, and eventually they're going to die from toxic fallout, and we can just go take their corpses and turn them into leather. This is actually I mean, it's a completely irrelevant development for us. This is a non-event. Silver was trying... Okay, hold on a second, Silver. Why were you trying to recruit Animu? You're bad at it. Then again, I suppose it doesn't really hurt our chances, and unlike taming an animal, it doesn't cost food. Yeah, it's probably all right. It's also probably where I should wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see whether or not Flores' silver tongue can talk his way into the pants of potential recruit Animu. How old are you, by the way, Animu? You're 52. I mean, how old is Flores? It's going to be a bit of a May to simmer relationship, I think. Flores, you know, he's 46. That's what, 6 years? Man, it's nothing. Drop in the hat, Bo. Never mind. It's not even kind of a May-December thing. She's robbing the cradle a little bit, but, you know, there's something to be said for the older woman, Flores. They've got experience. They know things. Things that you might find advantageous in the boudoir. Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, if you would like to catch every episode of Rimworld, might consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.